to You Can Play Saxophone for Beginners 0.1 with Confidence Ibaris. Okay, this is our first edition of You Can Play, and we promise you that we have amazing content and series of tutorial videos that will get you back on track. Should in case you've packed your saxophone somewhere and you don't feel like continuing, I just want you to go get your sax, wrap yourself up and get back into the system, because we have come up with lessons, tutorials that will give you an ease in learning and of course playing the saxophone. So today we are going to be talking about note formation. Before we go into note formation, I want to be sure that you know the different kind of saxophone we have. Yes, we have the alto saxophone, we have the tenor saxophone, we have the soprano saxophone, and also we have the baritone saxophone. And it is advisable for you to get the alto saxophone as a beginner. That's the E-flat saxophone. Now into our subject matter, note formation. Note formation for all saxophone is the same, including music in general. It's very the same and very easy to form your notes yourself. And talking about the different types of saxophone, it also doesn't differ. It is the same. The same way you form your C major notes is the same way you form your D major notes, you form your E major and of course your F minor and your F major and so on. But before we dive into note formation, there are three aspects of notes that you should know before note formation. Now the very first is the major scales. In music, we have 7 major scales and 5 minor scales, and then we have 12 chromatic scales. On the major scales, we have C major, we have, I don't know if you can see my notes, okay, we have C major, we have D major, we have E major, we have F major, we have G major, we have A major, and then we have B major. And for the minor scales, we have C sharp or D flat, we have D sharp or E flat, we have F sharp or G flat, we have G sharp or A flat, we have A sharp or B flat. Now the reason for this double names or dual names is because they can be called any of these in the course of music, but they mean the same thing. Most musicians prefer calling it the flat, while some other prefer calling it the sharp. For the purpose of the study, we are going to be working with the sharps so we can understand better together. Now on the chromatic scales, we have it to be C major, C sharp, D major, D sharp, E major, F major, F sharp, G major, G sharp, A major, A sharp, and B. Now that's the 12 chromatic scales. The chromatic scales comprises of the 7 major scales and the 5 minor scales. So that's that. Now let's move into note formation. Note formation, there's a technique I'll give to you right now for note formation. I don't think you've heard it anywhere, but it works and it's perfect to go with. So the technique for note formation is this. I'll use my pen. So I want you to see my screen. All right. We have it to be root, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Get that? Now, the semitones are our minor scales, and while the roots are our major scales. Get that? Now, let's start with C major. Our root here is going to be C. We have C as our root. Our tone here is going to be D, because after C comes a semitone, which is C sharp or D flat. But because our note formation does not have a semitone after the root, it has a tone, we move to what? D. Now after D comes another tone, not a semitone. And from D, there's a semitone known as T sharp. We neglect that and move to what? E. Now after E comes a semitone, which is F. Between E and F, F becomes a semitone in note formation. Remember, we have it to be, let's come back to this so we'll be on the same page. In our chromatic scales, we had it to be C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp. So in this chromatic scales, F happens to be a semitone. Now back to our note formation. We have E and then we have F. And after F, from F to another tone, F sharp happens to be a semitone here. So we have G as a tone. And so we also have another tone formation. From G to D sharp is a semitone, but from G to A is a tone. So we have A. Now from A to A sharp is a semitone, but from A to B is a tone. I hope you're getting this. Now from B to C is a semitone. And so the formation here said you give it up to what? C again. Our pen is filling. I will try. Let's get another pen. So we have it to be B and C. A, B, and C. So this is the note formation for C major. Now if we want to sing it, we have it to be Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Now let's try to form a note for a minor scale. Let's work on G sharp. G sharp is also known as A flat, but for the purpose of our learning, we'll be working with sharps and not flats. Now, the rule said root, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Now, our root is G sharp. From G sharp to A is a semitone, but from G sharp to A sharp is a tone based on where we are starting from. Remember, we started from C major in our first note formation, and from C to C sharp happens to be a semitone. But now we are working on G sharp, that's A flat. From G sharp to A is a semitone, but from G sharp to A sharp is a tone. You get this? Now we'll move to the next tone. From A sharp to B, in this G sharp note formation, from A sharp to B is a semitone, but from A sharp to C is a tone. So we have it here to be what? C. Now we need to get a semitone. We know that from C to C sharp is a semitone. So we have C sharp. And we also need a tone next. From C sharp to D is a semitone. From C sharp to D sharp is a tone. So we have it D sharp. We also need another tone here. From D sharp to E is a semitone, but from D sharp to F is a tone. So we have F here. We need another tone. From F to F sharp is a semitone, but from F sharp to G is a tone. And finally, we need a semitone. From G to G sharp is a semitone. Now, what did we just do right now? For every key or note formation, the semitone is subject to the root key. Yes, the semitone is subject to the root key. If our root key is G sharp, every other semitone or tone fall in place with G sharp. If our root key is F, every other semitone or tone falls in the place of F. That's just how it works. It's very simple. Now what is left for you to do is your fingering chart. We're going to have the fingering chart for C major and G sharp or A flat minor. And after which, I will leave you with a task of formation of your other keys or your other notes, say D major, E major, F major. But stay tuned as we give you the fingering chart for this note formation. For C major, we have the fingering as and for G sharp major, we have this fingering. Now, I hope you find this fingering understandable. If you have questions, you can leave them in the comment section why they will be attended to. Getting your note formation can be very easy to do, but understanding your note progression is very factual. So until we come your space next time, please click on the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel. Also click on the bell icon to get notified for every new video posted. In our next video, we'll be showing the complete fingering chart for all notes formation. But before we do that, please try to get some of the note formations yourself. See you at the top. Don't stop playing the sax because you can play. Thank you.